Hey everybody, Nick here. I want to talk to you for a few minutes today about some basic guitar stuff that I see a lot of guitar players asking in guitar forums on Facebook. I'll see a lot of young guitar players and new guitar players asking things like, how do I solo? How do I learn how to solo? And my first question is, well, how many songs do you learn? What kind of style do you like? And how many solos do you kind of know, or how many are you practicing or working on right now? And quite often they'll say, well, I don't know any solos. And my first thought is, well, you can't just teach somebody these things and then automatically you just learn how to play solos. It just magically comes to you. That's not how it works. That's not how painting works. You can't just give somebody paintbrushes and say, here, well, you just do these pretty color things and magically they're a great painter. You have to do it a lot. You have to paint a lot if you're a painter. You have to see how other people paint things. You have to see, oh, this is the way an apple's painted. Let me try to paint that. Well, how does this person paint an apple? How does that person paint an apple? What are the different kinds of ways to do the shading? And now that I learned how to paint an apple, now I can use that towards other things because I've learned a lot of different techniques. Music's pretty much the same. It's a creative thing. So if you need to learn to play solos, you have to learn how other people play solos. Otherwise, you're not just going to just magically learn how to play things. You have to figure out some songs that you like. The guitar solo from Use Somebody is a really basic song, probably about 4 or 5 notes in it. Pretty easy. It's a pretty good song to learn as well too. But something like that, pick out a really basic guitar solo. Figure out learn how to play tablature. If you learn better out of a YouTube video, find somebody else who's playing it. But you need to start learning things on your own. And the more songs, this is the way I did it. The more songs you learn how to play, the more you start hearing bits and pieces. You'll hear patterns, you'll hear phrases, and then you can start putting them together. And then you know just like a language. Then you know how to say things. You know how to play things. You know all these different little riffs to make, and you can start putting them together and tweaking them, changing a note here and there. And then eventually you'll start having your own style and you can actually start playing things and you can actually start improvising because you'll have a big repertoire, a big library of all these different riffs and all these different solos and all these different things that you've learned how to play already. And then you can start actually soloing on your own. But if you don't know other people's songs, it's going to be very, very hard for you to just randomly start playing a lot of different solos without some bag of tricks, without some knowledge of how things are already kind of used. So my long-winded discussion, hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments. I have something very soon, probably a follow-up on that. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Keep rocking and keep practicing.